Astrologer Georgia Nicols joins us now for a little stargazing. And Georgia, you're here to talk a little bit today about the Mars effect on us. What is the Mars effect, really?
Okay, well, to begin with, Mars doesn't really affect us because nothing out there could actually affect us. That'd be silly. And in fact, I think a lot of people think that about astrologers. And I mean, nothing can affect us except the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon does affect us. But in symbology, I mean, the symbol of what Mars can affect us, so I will speak as if it does, but it doesn't. Okay, Mars represents energy. So it's just lots of energy. And wherever it is traveling through in your chart, it hypes that area, right? So normally what happens is every 2 years, Mars is in a sign for 7 weeks, right? But now, through a sort of a weirdo thing, it's going to be in this sign, happens to be in Virgo, for 8 months. Ooh. So this, each person, each of us is going to feel this, it's almost like holding like a high C on a violin. No, I really almost shouldn't have said that because that's a negative expression of Mars. Remember, it's just energy, but it's very ego energy, aggressive energy.
Because it's in Virgo, it's affecting only...
No, everyone.
Everybody.
Because, for example, you're a Sagittarius, so I will see, for you, it makes you very ambitious right now. So we'll come to that. You see, Mars, and I've just got a wheel. You see, a chart is just a wheel. So where Mars falls on each sign, it just, get it? Right? So we're going to start with Aries. Aries is very lucky because Mars is going to energize them at work. So Aries people are going to really bust their buns. They want to work really hard, and they're also going to work hard to get healthy. They want to be gung-ho because this area that it's hyping is all to do with health and employment and all of this. Now, they could be a little pushy at work. You know, but
so just be warned.
On the whole, it's a good thing for them. Taurus also is doing very well. What it hypes for Taurus is their love of life and pleasure and sex. They're going to be very highly sexed within the next 8-9 months, which they kind of are anyway. And it's a very sensuous sign. And also, they want to party, they want to go on vacations, they just want to indulge themselves. They might find it hard to be disciplined, and they might find dealing with their kids a little more challenging. But they should just keep their kids busy. Okay, Gemini. Now, Gemini, all this energy is taking place at home. If you want to use it well, then you should tackle renovations and get busy and work at home. If not, it'll kind of come up as tension, domestic strife.
Negative energy.
So it's a little dicey there. So you want to use it in the right way. And the other thing is, what it's hitting for Gemini is a latent childhood memories coming up, and you might not know why you're suddenly being just a jerk, you know, right? So you be self-aware. Cancer is coming on very strong. Cancer. Your new little baby's Cancer, right? Okay, well, she might even be more vocal in the next. I mean, really, because
Georgia, I don't think that's possible.
They're going to be very vocal, and it's great if they sell, market, teach, act, have to use that energy. On the other hand, they could also be very pushy with siblings and their daily contacts. So you can use it well, but it could be, they could, again, be coming on too strong. Leos are going to identify with what they own. They're going to identify, I'm a Leo, and by the way, just the other day, in the last, for some reasons, I won't go into the whole thing, I have been away from my home for 3 weeks, and I'm just back there now, and I'm looking around going, oh, I love my home, I love my home, I love my home. I'm not saying it's a great, wonderful home at all, but I love being back. You know how you love being back in your own bed, that kind of thing. So Leos are identifying with their possessions, and they will tend to feel, if they don't have a lot of money or their possessions, that I'm a failure. And if they like it, then they go, oh, I'm good, which both of them are erroneous. You're not your bank account, you're not your possessions. You are your car, of course. Virgo. Now, hey, Virgo, it is in Virgo, right? So Virgos are very energized. So they can use it. Basically, I'd say they're fortunate, but they can definitely be coming on so strong that other people are alienated. So they must be aware of that, right?
All right, all you Virgos out there, listen to that.
Vanitas Virgo. Okay. So I feel they can use this energy, but I think they should do physical things. Libra. Libra has this taking place in a very sort of hidden part of their chart, and so I think a lot of what they'll find, they might find self-defeating behavior patterns suddenly coming to the surface, and they don't even know why, and other people, or they try to do something and they're their own worst enemy, or they can't achieve what they're trying to do, they don't know why. And so all I'm going to say to Librans is be aware. And if you don't confront somebody with something, instead confront yourself. Like have a little conversation with yourself, like, why am I so annoyed with that person? Like, right? You know, take a look inside. Scorpios. Scorpios will be having trouble with friends. They could be fighting with friends, or they can use that energy and work together with groups and friends, right? It's a lot of, It's one or the other.
Okay.
It's very much like, as I say, a hammer. A hammer can kill a person or build a house, right? Okay, Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius will be the most ambitious of any sign because it's at the very top. So now when Mars, which is your ego, Mars actually rules your blood and your muscles. So now Sagittarians want to do it all. They want credit for what they're doing too. They want recognition. And unless they are threatening their bosses, it's all okay. But if they threaten other people because they're coming on so strong, then they're unhappy. Capricorns are very much identifying with their beliefs. They want to travel right now. They want to see other cultures. They want to see other situations. They want to learn new things. But they also are very opinionated right now about, oh, and Jay was just here, right? He's a Capricorn. But they're suddenly opinionated about religion or philosophy or maybe sports, but something. And so they should maybe back off a little bit. Aquarius, hey, there you go. Taurus and Aquarius are going to be very hyped sexually. So they're really going to be turned on sexually for the next 8-9 months, but they could be having disputes about inheritances and shared property. Very likely, by the way. Now, Pisces, oh dear, Pisces. Pisces is the only sign that has Mars opposite it. Now, I just want to say very quickly, obviously a person who's Pisces knows that they're a Pisces, but many, many signs are Pisces rising and they just don't know it, right? So I have already viewed in my personal life 3 or 4, one a Scorpio, one a Sagittarius, and one an Aries, but I know they're all Pisces rising.
Now, what does that mean, Pisces rising?
It's depending on the time of day you're born. And that's just as important as your sign.
Oh.
People think that they are just one sign, but they're more, way, way more than that. In fact, your rising sign is probably even more.
And how do you determine your rising
sign? From the time
sign?
of day you're born and the longitude and latitude and the date of your birth. Because it takes more information to determine it, it actually, if I could only know one thing about a person and I had to talk to them about it, I would know their rising sign, not their sun sign.
Interesting.
So Pisces, I'm just going to say, is going to have difficulty dealing with others because Mars is up. So they have to be patient and tolerant.
All right.
Be patient and tolerant.
We will all try to be patient and tolerant.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Georgia.
Thank you.
Okay. Wes